Welcome to Legacy Conversations, the start of season 2. A long time coming, maybe a little longer than we thought, but I thought it would be great for us to get the whole team together. So today we're lucky enough to have Keegan, Jessie, and Nicole join us for season 2, episode 1. There's a lot of anticipation going around the room. I would consider it more nervous energy than anything else, but we're excited to talk about some things for a little while. It is the beginning of April. It was 70 degrees last week, and it's literally snowing outside right now. The grass is white, which is pretty interesting. So, ladies, girls, what's up?
We're here.
We're here.
Present.
We're present. We're making it happen. So usually I start these things by saying, like, how did we meet? But I kind of know how we all met. I'll start with you, Keegan, because I know that you want to talk most about it. How did you get to be here? How did you join Legacy?
Well, I was teaching first graders in Watertown and really hating my life. And I used to work for Colleen and Phil in Watertown. And you went to an event with them and they pointed me in your direction.
Super simple. Super simple.
That was it.
So you were in the financial services industry with Northwestern and with Colleen Phil at Watertown Wealth Management. Made a life change that said, hey, listen, I think I want to go back to teach. You did that for a year, realized that wasn't your calling. That's a super nice way of saying it. And you decided to perhaps get back in the industry. And just because of happenstance, it was meant to be. We were looking for somebody. And
I was looking to move back to Syracuse. And
yep,
here we are.
here we are. And you
3.5 years later.
guys live now in Baldwinsville.
Correct.
In Beeville. Cool. So Jessie, how did I meet you?
We met at a Friendly's in Massachusetts when I was 18 and dating your son.
Ooh, interesting.
That was a long time ago. It seemed a little scary back then.
Like I scheme scary or just Friendlies seem scary?
I love Friendly's. Friendly's has never seemed
not as a
scary.
fair question.
No, but then I knew you for a very long time. And one summer, while I was in between jobs, you needed a few projects done at Legacy. And part-time became full-time. And here I still am.
And you and Keegan kind of came on board
Same year.
around the same time,
Yeah,
right?
same summer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's been
May,
like
August, I think.
4 years-ish, plus or minus?
Going on 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And so nepotism, I guess, is a little real. So you married,
It is,
you did
yes.
marry my son. But it doesn't mean that you get treated any differently, right?
I get treated like crap.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
get treated just fine.
Yeah, just fine. Oh, that's cool. Okay, Nicole.
Oh my goodness. Almost 11 years ago, I met your wife, Amy, when my son was about 6 weeks old. And I was working in banking, so finance world, and I didn't want to go back to work. And she said you were looking for somebody. Her husband was looking for somebody, and we randomly met at Wegmans.
I do remember
You
that.
remember that? We
I
met
remember.
at Wegmans.
I remember sitting, and it was before the redo at the Fayetteville Wegmans, was
Yeah,
it?
it was.
And I was sitting down trying to figure out like what Nicole looked like.
It's like my date.
Yeah.
From
and it
all
was,
the people in the grocery store.
well, yeah. And then it was interesting because I think obviously Nicole didn't know me at all. So it was almost like on her best behavior, standing up and like, so it was interesting because you wanted something that was flexible, I think at the time. And I didn't know exactly what I wanted. Otherwise, we had Anita was working with
Anita
us,
was working with
and
us.
we needed some other support.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was interesting because the other day I started talking about it as I was working on this thing for Ryan. Jessie and I were working on this thing, and we had said that it's been over a decade.
Yeah.
Crazy how time goes
Crazy.
by.
Yeah. I mean, we started super flexible, working from home, part-time, and then it grew. And I've been, before it was even Legacy.
Yeah, because initially I was on my own. I did some projects with Jeff Chapman. Then I started to work with Bruce and Elwin and Tim Beasy. And then I started doing some work at the agency then. So I had some management responsibilities, and the agency kind of merged, went fully to an advisor. had some staff, and then we had Anita, we hired you, we hired Hannah part-time to take like 70,000 files and scan them in. There was like all of this, everything was paper back then.
Yeah.
And we were over on Maltby Street. We started Legacy there,
Yeah.
because I remember that.
2017. Yeah.
And then through changes in the industry and leadership and all that stuff, we moved. And then 4 years ago, I think it's 4 years ago in July,
Yes.
we bought this building,
Yeah.
renovated it, and moved ourselves in here. Because you've never been anywhere else. You guys have
No.
never been anywhere else other than here.
Here. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And back then it was a little different, right? Like the way, like, I don't think we managed as much money back then. It wasn't as big of a percentage as it is today.
We've grown exponentially. Yeah.
Yeah. There was a
And
big
especially with the broker dealer change, for sure.
Yeah. So several years back, we made a broker dealer change. We had changed broker dealers a couple of times, like 3 times, and we didn't do anything. So we went from New England Securities to MetLife Securities to Mass Mutual. We never changed, but like the companies changed for us. And every time we went from one company to another, there were some good things and there were some challenging things. And then we decided several years ago to go more independent, and it gave us just a little bit more control over our practice.
Yeah.
Well, what do you guys like? I'll come back to you, Jessie. What stood out like about working here? Like, why are you still here 4 years later, other than the fact you're related?
Yes, I was working with special ed middle school students before I worked here. So very different, much more chaotic environment. And it was weird because I've worked remote the whole time. And at first it was weird working all by myself. But I talk with Keegan, Nicole, and Mark a lot throughout the day. And there's a lot of flexibility. And it's nice having a more structured day. It's nice that we do a whole bunch of different things. There's always like a new project or a new challenge to tackle. I feel like you get to use problem-solving skills. You also have things that are like daily tasks and more predictable, which are nice. Routine is always nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's made it easier to travel when you're not working on a school calendar. You don't only have to take a vacation during the most expensive weeks of the year. Definitely make a little more money here than I did working in the public school system. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it does seem like while there are certain things we have to get done, there is a lot of flexibility and change and challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So if you need to stay for some reason in like your little comfort zone, you can. But if you get bored of doing that, you can take some time and say, well, I'm going to go work on this. And that's kind of nice.
There's room to grow, which is great.
True. Yeah. What about you? Why are you still here?
I guess, I don't know.
That's amazing.
That's it. That's
I told you I didn't prepare for these questions.
Yes.
I really like that we make an impact on all of our clients. I really liked the teaching aspect of when I was a teacher. I just didn't like the chaos that the children brought to my life. And I guess I still have that teaching aspect here. My mom always said when she met with her financial advisor, she was a bobblehead in those meetings. So it's nice that we can kind of be that bridge. So we don't have any of those spouses that come in and just nod their head and say like, okay, whatever you think. Like we can actually provide the education and help them put it on a level that they understand. And like Jessie said, the flexibility, there's always something different going on. Can be home with a sick kid if you need to and still do my job. Like I said, just making an impact on our clients.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Mark's not bad either.
He's okay. There's worse bosses. What about you?
I think running off of what Keegan said, I think we're not black and white. There's a lot of diversity, and I don't think a lot of people realize that, but there's a lot of different aspects. I don't think every day is the same, which is nice. So yeah, it just keeps you kind of coming back.
Yeah.
I love the work we do and our clients, and they care and we care. So it keeps coming back.
It's interesting because I definitely know a lot of advisors who have practices that seem like they're very stressful. And I think we work pretty hard to design a culture where it's like important to get things done and do the right thing, but not everything needs to be this big stressor. Like, oh my gosh, should you do that this second? Yeah. And I think that is part of the culture, which is what I like about our team today. As we expand, if we bring other people in, the most important thing is that we have that culture where we can kind of work together and understand the difference between important and urgent, rather than somebody calling up and feel like, oh my gosh, we have to do this. But in the large scheme of things, it doesn't make a difference if it's done at like 11 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the afternoon or like the next day. So it's not that we won't do it. It's just having perspective on what's important long term.
I think we also have a team that really cares too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we know that it'll get done.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it'll get done well.
One of the things I wrote, so one of Jessie's roles is to deal with my blog stuff, which is interesting. But one of the blogs that we've been working on is this one on like culture. And I described culture very simply. I'm sure I'm not the only person that's described it this way, but it's something that's hard to describe, but like easy to feel. Like when you walk into the building, you can kind of feel whether things are good or easy or uptight or, you know, how they are. Like, can I walk over this way or not? Like it's a friendly environment. How would you guys, like Nicole, how would you describe our culture?
Like walking in the building?
Yeah, anything.
Oh, I think it's very relaxed. Professional, but relaxed.
Yeah.
Approachable.
Right.
Would be a good word, I think.
How about you?
Well, I'm not in the building too much, but when I am here, I think it's very welcoming. I think it's a space where you can ask questions. It's okay to not know things or not be an expert because you can ask us and we'll be able to help you figure it out.
Tell me about that before I go to Keegan. Tell me about working remote. Like, how does the culture like permeate you as you're working remote? Because sometimes it's hard, right? If you wake up in your living room and you log on, you know.
I don't usually wake up in my living room.
Well, whatever. Wake up and go to your living room.
Yes.
Fair enough.
No, I think our culture is very connected.
Yeah.
There's hardly a day that I don't talk to you guys unless
try to
you are
communicate.
out of the office or something or on vacation. Everyone's very easy to reach. I work with you every day. I hope I'm easy to reach too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel very included, and I was worried about that. I'm not a complete introvert, so I didn't know if I would go insane being in my home all day alone. But I don't feel alone. And I mean, I'm on the phone or on Teams or
Yeah.
I have lots of communication with everybody, and I feel like I feel just as much a part of the team as anyone else.
Yeah. What about you? How would you describe our culture?
I guess just walking to the barn, we're not that like very businessy. You're not going to have us all show up in suit and ties and
Right.
dresses and every day. So I think it's more comfortable to walk into, and it's more, especially when you're talking about finances, which for some people it's really over their head and really overwhelming. So I think it's nice to have that like comfortable, personable feel when they walk in.
Yeah.
And it's a barn. Everyone comments on how unique our space is, and it's different. That's, I feel like, what makes us stand out. We're the big red barn,
Right.
you know?
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because we've said this before, like when we walked into the barn initially, I'm not sure Nicole saw my vision immediately that she walked in, and it was like windy and it was a mess.
I'm the only ones that saw it
Pre-construction.
pre-construction.
Yeah. But the idea was to have it as a friendly place. So if you walked in the door, regardless of your wealth, that you would feel comfortable here. And I think we've done a pretty good job of setting that up. So it doesn't, you don't feel out of place. Not like there's anything wrong with like parking in a garage, going to the elevator, getting a pass, going to the 20th floor, and there's all walnut trim. Like it's intimidating for certain people. And for us, it just doesn't seem
sterile.
Yeah, it's a little sterile.
That's what
We're warm.
There was someone in here a couple weeks ago that was like, we just built an office and I would describe it as sterile.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. It's like, I wish we did more like color and
The guy from
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's nice. Sometimes I forget it's a barn. Like we had a client come in and be like, did the cows just go out? And I was
Yeah.
so confused what they were talking about because I forget that we work in a barn.
I think we forget what a unique space it is
Yeah.
from coming here every day. So when we do get the people that come in that are completely enamored,
it's kind of a cool. So I'm like, oh yeah, it is pretty cool, huh?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
it's kind of like, oh yeah, it is kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to slow down. There was a couple that was in here a couple Fridays ago. They're in the agricultural world, and I gave them a quick tour, and I think they were excited about the tour, and I never even really thought about it because for me, it's like, well, here's
Yeah,
where the
I was
bathroom
like, oh,
is,
yeah,
and this is, you know, we
You
did
need
this
to know.
new, and this beam is different, but it is
Don't
a cool.
hit your head on this one.
Yeah. When you go upstairs, be careful. Yeah. Keegan, you spend most of your time in the investment world with us. You help us with the financial planning software, the estate planning software, most of the trading and new accounts, the money in, money out, that type of stuff. What's the best part of your job? What's the most challenging part of that role?
I think the best part of my job is that every day is different. So it's not just the same monotonous tasks every day that you come in, and that's what makes like the day go by faster.
Well, it's probably like it is hard when like inevitably the market goes down, right? So you're in the thing where people want money or the money's, you know, when you're pulling up a review and the account's worth less than it was last month, like that's hard on
It
people.
is. And it's
right?
very emotional. I would
Mhm.
describe it. So it's like when the clients want to blame someone and you're kind of the
Right.
face of someone to blame. So
Yeah.
a lot of the times it's kind of fielding those calls that are like, I'm very sorry, but let's not be irrational. Really, we have to be
Yeah.
rational about
Yeah.
this and not make emotional decisions. And I know it's hard, but sometimes you just have to play counselor and
Right.
kind of get
Yeah.
them through it.
Because realistically, in your world and in my world, we're trying to grow and protect and preserve long-term wealth accumulation. So long-term doesn't mean that every now and then we might not go backwards. It's just for every step backwards, you make 2 steps forward. Yeah.
And that's a hard thing to always portray to clients, that it's not always going to be a downhill battle.
Yeah. Yeah. And if something bad happens I think the thing that's interesting, and you guys have all heard this, is like, yeah, but it's different this time, right? Like, it's like, yeah, but, and then insert your political challenge, your war, your COVID, your whatever else. The World Trade Center went down when I first got into the business. There's the financial crisis. The reality is the market's always going to go up and down. And our job, and a big part of your job, is like, stay the course, stay focused. We have a good plan. Jessie. So Jessie does, let's see, Jessie, what do you do? So obviously you do social media, you do marketing compliance. You're a huge piece of our scheduling and make sure annual reviews get done, client contact, testing, texting, our organization on the back end, website, online filing, CRM, AI assistants, like all of that type of stuff, right? Like you're kind of like the catch-all to make it so that when the person is contacted by us, like they feel welcomed. What's the best part of the job, and what's the part that's sometimes the most challenging?
The best part is getting to interact with clients, even if it's just to say, hey, do you happen to be free next month
Next month?
to review your accounts with us, or next week or next year? But it's fun getting to talk to people, and some people are more engaging than others, but it's really fun when clients like tell me a little bit about their life, or they're like, oh, I can't this week because I'm going to Peru or
Yeah.
Jamaica or wherever. And I'm like, oh, I want to go to Peru or Jamaica.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're
Tell me
busy
more
this
about
week.
that.
Good for you. Yeah. That's always really fun. And the hardest part might just be managing Mark's calendar. It's a little chaotic.
Huh. Interesting.
17 vacations. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just hard to keep track of
There's
them.
not 17 vacations.
You guys wouldn't want to
doesn't
see
call
his
them all
calendar.
vacation.
I've never seen a calendar more full.
Work trips.
Yes, yes.
Focus.
So many appointments, meetings, conferences,
Well,
calls.
yeah, I mean, it is an interesting thing, right? Like the reality of is as we try to grow, one of the things we're always trying to do is build capacity. And you're one of those first people in that capacity loop, which is how do we get these people to engage with Nicole and Keegan and me or Jeff or whomever else? And capacity is always an issue, right? There's always somebody
There
that
could
wants
always
to,
be more
there
capacity.
could always be more time or in the day. But as you grow, it's like, how do you deliver on that promise? So I think that's a constant struggle. I think we do a pretty good job with it.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, if people call or text or email, somebody will get back to them pretty
We
quickly.
try to make ourselves very available.
And I think we have this, we've written it down in the past, but we have this like priority list of, hey, if somebody comes in and needs this request, then this gets done like immediately. And there's other requests that might get done, but it might take a day or two because it's not as big of a deal. But yeah, capacity is definitely an issue. There's no doubt about it. Yeah,
It's an opportunity.
It's an opportunity. Yeah, most of my friends say that I don't ever work, and I think that they need to come spend a week with you on
I
my
can
schedule.
attest that is false.
That is false. We
That is
We've been here a lot lately.
Yeah.
Lately,
This month? Yeah.
No.
I'm here a lot all the time. What about you, Nicole? So Nicole's role, so we have the bookkeeping, like the accounts payable, accounts receivable. There's the insurance, so life, annuity, disability, individual stuff that she's been doing for years for us. We have the group insurance, so health and welfare benefits for clients, and then also helps us on the annuity aspect for fixed and variable and indexed annuities. So and then you also have a role in the compliance piece as well. So Jessie does compliance on marketing, and then there's firm compliance when it comes to the things that the government tells us we have to do, or the insurance companies tell us we have to do, that we make sure is done. So what's the best part of your role, and what's sometimes the most challenging?
I think the role just covers so many different aspects. So like weekly, I'm touching a lot of different points. So it's not mundane. So I like that I'm touching many aspects of the business. So I'm never bored. The most challenging right now is I think we're just seeing a huge challenge in the industry. I think with life insurance, obviously health insurance, the increases, nobody's ever happy. Open enrollment is a challenge, you know that.
Yeah.
And just getting creative with things. Life insurance right now, I think we're seeing both ends of the spectrum with surrenders, all of our 20-year terms that you wrote.
20 years ago?
20 years ago.
Time
to. So we're having to get a little bit more creative because they're obviously a little older and get a little creative with those clients. So that's kind of been an uptick, and those carriers are getting harder to work with.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, it's a hard thing to say something
challenges.
something negative, but the reality of it is the insurance market's consolidated.
it is.
The amount of people there that have industry knowledge seems to be shrinking. So it becomes more and more to do things that were relatively simple and easy tend to take a little bit more time than they used to.
Yeah.
And in the investment world, we've made as a team a decision to kind of take our investments outside of like 401k retirement plans and really merge it to a couple platforms, even though we can do lots of things by consolidating two platforms. It makes it easier. With insurance,
It's harder.
it's harder because we want to have good companies that have good ratings, but then you just can't always go to the same company and get the best deal or
There's so many different
the right
factors.
value for it. So you find yourself in this place that it's almost like every time you're starting over saying, well, what's best for this
It
person
has to be
based on
best
what they
for
want to
the
accomplish.
client as an individual. Same with the annuity world.
Yeah, the annuity world's the same. And I think as the market goes up, then annuities become less popular. And when the market gets volatile and goes down, annuities become more popular because they sell this downside protection,
And more
right?
urgent.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's a cost to that. And there's a benefit to it.
Yeah.
And everybody's on different sides of the aisle. But
Yeah.
so I'll stick with Nicole because I'm turned this way.
Okay.
So over the next, let's say 10 years in particular.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And 10 years is a hard thing, but where do you think we're heading? Like, where's the practice going? Obviously, you guys have heard from me probably ad nauseum that I don't want to stay the same, right? I want to continue to keep growing, and that's a challenge, right? Because we feel like we're at capacity, and he's like, hey, let's do more. But like, where do you see us heading?
I think that's an easier question for me, though, because I've already been here for 10 years. So I've seen what we've done in 10 years. So I think the next 10 years from what we've already done in a short period of time, we can do so much more. So I feel like you've just kind of gotten started what you want legacy to be. So I think the growth is there, and I think it's coming,
Yeah.
and it'll come.
So compare us like 10 years ago to where we are today, like when we first started. What are some of the key things that have changed?
Oh my gosh. Systems and processes,
Yeah.
an actual business structure. I mean, not only just your book of business and what's on the books, but how you work and what you're able to accomplish and how we work, employees, the quality of work that we're able to do, the marketing, and just being known and what we're known for.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
think especially moving to the bar and changing broker dealers and separating ourselves was just a huge step in what you want to do
Yeah.
and where we're going.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Jessie? From like we started when you started 4 years ago to where we are today, and then where do you think we'll be 5-10 years from now?
I don't know about where I think we'll be, but I'm curious to see like how technology evolves. I feel like we've had a lot of new technologies just since I've been here that have made things more efficient, have provided us with a lot more knowledge. We've been able to make things work even better for different clients that are in different situations. We've been able to educate and provide a lot of opportunities to educate. So I'm just kind of curious, especially like with AI and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
which I could be a bigger fan of, but I'm trying to be better.
Because you're a big fan or not a big fan?
'Cause I'm not a big fan.
Not a big fan.
Just trying to be a bigger fan.
I'm
Yes.
hesitant about it,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to be more techie.
Yep.
And I just think I'm excited to see like how we can get more efficient and provide even better service to clients. It'll be interesting to see all of what else we can offer and how we get even better at doing what we already do really well.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. I think you're right. I think the idea is can the technology make us more efficient and drive more capacity, right? Can we provide what we need to folks more efficiently? In the past, summary emails would take me like hours and hours to do. And now between the AI assistant and the ability to use it, I can get my thoughts on paper significantly faster.
Yeah.
And I think that makes a big difference. It also gives me the ability to communicate to you guys a little bit more clearly, and then for you guys to understand what needs to get done. Because the feedback I've always gotten was, if you don't tell me exactly what you need me to do by when, then how am I supposed to know what you want me to do?
Yeah,
Right.
it's gotten a lot more efficient.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right. And from even the last 4 years, you know, our CRM is better. Our note taking is better. The way in which our files are organized is better. It just makes it easy. And it seems like basic stuff that everybody would do, but the more financial planners I sit with and I look at their offices, they're still struggling to kind of figure that piece out. And I think we're getting better there.
I
We're
think Zox
embracing
helps a
it.
lot.
We're embracing it because we love it so much.
So we
Zox
love
was
it.
definitely a game changer even for me because the summary recaps make me feel like I was in the meeting, so I don't have 100 questions for you of different things that I need to do my job. So I feel like I was kind of in the meeting. Like, I was,
So
like, having to
Zox
be
is our
physically
AI assistant, right? So when we can invite it into meetings, whether it's a team meeting or whether it's a phone call, and it doesn't record the audio, but what it does is it summarizes what we talked about, and then that gets put on the system where our team can dive in and look at it. And Jessie or Keegan will push out tasks to us, and then it's still up to us to kind of engage with the folks that we're working with, but it captures a lot of it. So it allows us for you guys, feel like you're there.
Yep.
And for me, it allows me to concentrate to talk to the person rather than focusing on, I got to write that down, or I got to write that down.
Or relying on your memory later. You know?
Yeah, to figure it out. And some of those I would just dictate afterwards, like way back when, and I would get 80-90% of it. Other times I'd have Jeff with me and he'd write 4 pages of notes that you couldn't read on yellow pads, and rips them off and hands them to me. And so now it certainly makes it more efficient.
Yeah.
All right, Keegan. So over the last 4 years, where have we come from, and where do you see us in the next?
I think they kind of tackled most of what we've done the last like 4 to 10 years is the systems and processes since I've been here have been
Yeah.
updated and we're more efficient. And like Jessie said, the AI has kind of been a game changer in the last couple of years. It's less kind of tracking things down because it's all in one place after the meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, less manual work that we're kind of doing. So it helps to be more efficient, get more done in a day.
Yeah.
5 to 10 years. Couldn't even tell you. Trying to get through the next year, I think.
You're trying to get
5 to 10 years, my kids will be in school. We won't have to
Yeah.
worry about the daycare challenges or the sickness. Sickness will still be there, but
Carter will
hopefully
be in
a little
college.
less.
crazy.
I'll be counseling Nicole as her oldest will be in college.
Yeah. No, it like it
Oh my
is.
gosh, that's
it's
horrifying.
So weird.
I know.
It's so weird to think about that because, like, if I go back 10 years when I met Nicole, 10 or 11 years, right? Like, Tyler was 18, 19, just getting ready to go to college.
He's just getting ready.
Ryan was like a freshman,
high
sophomore
school.
in high school. 10 years from now, Carter will be in college somewhere.
Stop.
Ari's going to be a late teenager, right? She's going to be 13,
she'll be
14, 10 years from now.
She's
she turns-
she'll be 11.
Bria will be
11. She'll be
11.
11.
Bria will be 16.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
my God.
but at 16, right?
will be
Like it goes so fast. Yeah. Nicole will live.
They'll have Nicole cry every day.
Yeah. So it's interesting because we've changed a lot. I do think over the last 4 years, 3 or 4 years in particular, we've probably changed as much as we changed over the last 10.
For sure.
Yeah, because
And
look
I-
what you got.
Yeah. Part of it certainly is the team. Yes, for sure. And then the investment in processes, right? There's no doubt. Having good people makes a huge difference. Not that the folks we had before were good, but it was just different, right? Like we have a team, I think, that gels pretty well.
Yeah. And a high focus on growth.
Yeah. And I think part of that for me is I really feel like if we're not continuing to grow, then we're going backwards. We're not just kind of coasting and everything's okay. Like I feel like we need to continue to go forward. I do feel like I'd love to get your reaction to this.
Oh boy.
Like 20 years ago, 25 years ago when I started, the industry was very different than it is today. 10 years ago when I hired Nicole, I was very different than I am today.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to say, like 10 years from now, if we roll everybody forward 10 years, there's probably other people sitting in this room with us that aren't here yet. And it's interesting to see what's going to happen. So like 20 years ago, the vast majority of the revenue that came into my practice was commission from insurance sales and a little bit of mutual fund sales.
Even
And-
when
Yeah.
I came on board.
And when you came on board, we were doing fee-based planning. We were doing assets under management, but we were probably a pretty good like 50% investments, 40% insurance, and 10% employee benefits.
I sat in that meeting to meet Matt with you from
Right.
asset market,
Yeah.
like at that Syracuse office. I
Right.
remember that day.
It was a big difference.
It was a
we
huge
went
difference.
we went there from having zero on their platform to over 200 million on their platform. And that made a massive difference in the way we do things. And going forward, like, I don't know what the financial planning looks like. Like, I think the gap's going to change because of AI. So I probably know more as a financial planner than the average, high school science teacher, right? But the reality of
specific.
right. Well, but the reality of it is you'll be able to get some of the basic knowledge online a lot simpler.
Yeah.
So now what's the value of our practice and why would people pay us to do things? And is it for portfolio allocation? Is it for good decisions? Is it for financial projections? Are they just going to talk to the computer and be like, do I have enough money to retire? And the computer says yes. And they're like, cool. Or are they going to really want to like come talk to somebody about it and understand their options? So I'm interested to see how. I don't think the way we're doing things today is the way we're going to do them 10 years from now. And it's like, how do we grow? And I guess the key word is like, stay relevant.
Adapt. Yeah.
Yeah. How do we adapt and stay relevant? Because I think we're at a size where we don't need to turn like super fast, but we also don't want to just sit back and be like, well, it's going to be like this forever, because it's probably not going to be like this forever. What do you see? What do you think we should be doing different?
I don't think our role is ever going to go away because I think people still want that human aspect of their financial planning.
Yeah.
They're not going to trust an AI assistant to manage their portfolio. Some people
Some
may.
people may.
Some people
Right.
may, but the majority of the world, I don't think is going to do that.
Yeah.
Especially the amount of clients we have in that, like those age groups that it really matters, like they're in retirement. They're not going to trust AI to do that. So I don't think the human aspect of our role is ever going to go away, which is
Yeah.
comforting.
So many people have such unique situations
Yeah.
that the human touch is good for hearing what their situation is and really thinking and collaborating on what a good plan for them is.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's reasonable to say like Bria and Carter or Ari will have a different when they're 25 or 35 when they think about finances. You can see how they may be more comfortable with getting basic information from a computer somewhere, right? Some piece. I don't think that the human aspect will ever go away either. And part of that is when we first started, one of the biggest thing that ran through the office was that you could buy life insurance online. Do you remember that? And it was like, what do you mean you can't use us? What do you mean you can just go call a 1-800 number, go to a website, and they can just do it? It's going to totally wreck our industry. And it didn't change anything. Like MetLife way back when, the guy who was running it said to us, listen, we do like 5,000 or 6,000 contracts a month. It's really not that big of a deal. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. But they were doing like 50 or 100,000 a month through agents, and they were doing 5,000 online.
Right.
So yeah, there's definitely people who will want to go to the TD Ameritrades and manage their own, like they're the smartest people in the room. But I think you're right. I think there are people who are going to be like, it'd be really cool to like call somebody and be like, are you sure this is the right thing?
Right.
The more I use AI, the more I realize that little slogan on the bottom that says, hey, please check the sources because it's not always right. Like there's a reason there's that
There's a
disclosure
reason.
on
There's a
it.
disclosure.
Because if you ask the same question to it 2 or 3 different ways, often your answer will change a little bit. So you need to have a little bit of experience in that. And I think as the language models change, then obviously that'll change a
It'll
little
get
bit.
better. But there's also people who aren't really interested in finances,
Right.
and they want someone else who is interested to offer them advice on that.
Or when things happen, like tragedy happens and someone passes away or their life changes, they're going to want someone to help with that.
Yeah.
They're not going to want to put it in a chat bot and be like, what happens when my husband died?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Like
nice
things
to
like
not
that.
feel
It's nice to
alone.
have those relationships like ahead of time so
Yeah.
you're not in panic mode when things do happen.
Yeah.
And then again, like those are just the compassionate things that an AI chatbot can't give you.
Yeah.
They can't give you
Can't
a
give
team
that
who
yet.
actually
Yeah.
cares.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
wants
Someone's
to
going to
truly
call you or
help.
send you flowers or
Someday we're going to have an Optimus robot in the corner there that
Sit on
greets
the
people when
phone
they
and
walk
help you
in.
make those phone calls.
Yeah,
They'll
exactly.
offer you
Yeah.
empathy.
They'll offer
Yeah.
you, how do you feel
it's not
about
this
that?
monotone. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
processing your request.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I think the business is going to change, but I think we are kind of focused to change with it. Right?
Yeah.
Like we
Of
want to be
course.
there. And the business not only supports, the people that we do business with, but it's the families that are around it.
Yeah.
And then between the 4 of us and the other couple of folks on our team, like the reality of it is it helps, provide for your family and your family and your family. So there's this responsibility of saying, hey, how do we continue to stay relevant and stay profitable and grow and also be a good place to work, right? Like, I know it seems weird, but like there's some folks in Syracuse that work for a company and they go in and they have to be there at 8:30 and they have their 45-minute lunch and they leave at 5 and they do their job and check the box. And for us, it's like get our work done at a reasonable time frame and enjoy life. You guys have heard me say a lot. It's like at 3:00 on a sunny Friday afternoon in Syracuse, there's not a lot of our clients who are like, hey, I need to talk to my financial planner. So it's like, we could be available, but we don't have to be sitting here waiting for that phone call. And then there's other times like around this time, like tax time, it's like, hey, listen, people are going to call us in the next 10 days and be like, I need all this stuff. And we're going to say, why'd you wait? But we're just going to smile and be like, yeah, no problem. There you go.
Absolutely.
Let me send that over to you.
I think our clients appreciate the human aspect of it too, though, because
Yeah.
there have definitely been times where, I've you've let me go to my son's lacrosse tournament, and I get a call and I'll be like, oh, you know what, I have a break. I'm going to pick this up. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. It's loud. I'm at my son's lacrosse tournament, but what can I help you with? And they're like, oh, that's so awesome. Like, well, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get that over to you. And they think it's cool or whatever. So I
They
think,
want you to have a life.
I think that like sometimes they appreciate that there's a human aspect to us.
For sure.
And I think that's what's nice about our
and
business.
technology's made it easier, right?
Super easy.
Our phone system allows it to go there. You guys can pick it up or choose not
Exactly.
to.
Yeah.
We can instant message with each other, and then you can choose to pick it up or not to. Like yesterday, somebody sent us an email later at night, and you must have been sitting there on the phone or whatever else and be like, well, I can answer that. You don't have to do that, but it makes it
but
easier.
sometimes it's just easy.
So the technology really is there to help people, because every now and then somebody gets home at 5:45, they see something and they're like, oh my gosh, it's a big deal. And then they email us, and to get an email back is kind of, it's kind of like, oh, they are there. Like they do care about it. And it shouldn't be an expectation, but it's just there to.
All right, but to calm someone's nerves over something so
over
little,
something
just
that
send
doesn't
quick
make
emails.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'll put you all on the spot, but believe it or
Isn't that
not,
this whole podcast?
that's pretty much what we're doing right now. That's what we're doing right now. But believe it or not, like it's already been 45 minutes. I know it sounds like it's crazy because you guys were always like, I can't believe we're gonna do it for this long.
My arm is asleep.
Your arm is asleep for holding a microphone. Well, you guys got to do a little bit. You guys got to start working out. That's the key. So what are the things that you think we can do better, or I can do better for you to make you more productive? Like, how do we invest in each other to get better? What are some of those things? And don't say like free lunches or something like that. Like, I feel like I already buy Core
Food
Life
is very motivating.
Food is motivating. Yes. I think we've done a good job promoting a culture where if there's something that you need to do your job, you let me know, and then we kind of do it, right? Rather than put in this formal request to figure out whether it'll get approved by somebody on the top floor to say, yes, you can do that.
Yeah.
I've also pushed some things on you guys that you weren't super excited about either, right? Like
Exhibit it.
exhibit it, podcasting.
We're being held hostage.
Yeah. Or like I'm not sure.
This isn't voluntary.
Yeah, exactly. No, we are doing this today.
We don't get paid this week.
Yeah, right. By the way. But like, for example, I don't know if I was to say to you guys, hey, we're going to do Zox, do the AI assistant, that you guys were like, great, let's do that. Like, you would have been okay waiting for a little while, but I like pushed that to say, hey, let's
And
just
now we
make
all,
that.
yeah.
And now we look at it
I
and
like
say,
reading
that's
them.
But you invited us to go to meetings and talk to the vendor and learn about it before. It's not like you implemented it without all of our input.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that.
Yes.
I think it's hard to say like, oh, what can we do better? Because there's a lot of things that we do right already. Like, I feel like we have very open communication, like as an office entirely. Like, there's no like things that people keep bottled up inside because they're too afraid to tell their boss. And one of my favorite things, like I tell all my friends, they're like, what's the best part of your job? I'm like, my boss is so flexible. Like, he allows me to be a mom and he allows me to do my job, and he kind of stands off and lets us do our thing. And it's like what I think we're most thankful for is like how you lead us as a boss.
And if we think there's a different or a better way to do something, you let us try that out. Like, figure out the best way for us to do something. Like, me and Keegan might do the same task slightly differently.
Right.
And even though we have a system in place, like, we can put our own spin on it if it makes it easier for us.
Yeah, I think I've really tried to have a flat org chart, right? Try to get one of those things. It's like, tell me what you need to do your job. How can I support you in that? And it's hard for me to tell you how to do your job because I don't do your job, right? So it's like,
Doesn't really know.
yeah. And I'm sure there's lots of people
You would
who do
need to be
that.
trained.
Yeah, I would need to be trained for sure.
Well, I think it's like, we have our Tuesday meetings, so we all funnel into Tuesday, but we all have our own way to get there.
Yeah.
Whether that's, Keegan prints something out. I have 10 years of notebooks. Like Keegan has, Jessie has like the way she keeps things, and like we all have our own little way to get there.
Yeah.
As long as we get to where we need to get to, we're good.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think the flexibility is great, assuming we have good people and we have good people, right?
Yeah.
Like if you if you have to micromanage someone, then it's probably the wrong person. I watch a lot of like YouTube podcasts, and one of the guys.
No way.
Yeah, it's crazy. One of the
You don't
one of the
say.
one of the
Legacy
guys,
Conversations. Like and subscribe.
like and subscribe. One of the guys says the best hiring advice I can give you is fire fast, right? And his whole idea was hire the right person, and if they're not the right fit, then you should just be done with it. And I think we got very lucky that all three of you guys, there was never any time where I was like, poof,
Are you allowed to fire?
I made a mistake. Am I allowed to? I don't know. I mean, I feel like I should be able to.
I think you.
Yeah, it would be a slightly different
I hope
conversation.
you've never wanted.
Be a conversation, be like, hey, Jesse, I heard there was this job opening down the road. You
See
may
you at
want to
Christmas.
apply. Yeah, exactly. Come on over for Christmas. Yeah.
I mean, but now that you ask, I could probably use some new pens and maybe a new
Pens.
monitor.
Monitor.
But you have such nice pens.
Yeah, she's very particular about her pens.
It's a good pen
like,
is so important.
Yeah.
I like a good pen.
A bad pen, ugh.
Yeah,
I know.
What's the point of a bad pen?
I know. Our office supply bill has definitely gone down over the last decade, which has been very good. So if we need to buy some high quality pens for your notebook,
We save a
probably
few
do it.
trees
We save a few
so
there.
we can get you some good.
And I do think, like, you think about your monitor, it seems like not that big of a deal. But like I had said to you, my buddy Matt has this big, huge monitor on his desk. But if you have a nice computer and a nice workstation and a nice monitor, it makes you more productive,
Yes.
right? Like it just does. And it's short investment on our side to make it so that when you come to work, you're not sitting there squinting or being like, my monitor stinks or my chair's
It's like
not
when I
comfortable.
upgraded my computer, it was a whole new world.
It was a whole new
I was
world.
sitting in bed at night like this, not
Yeah.
even realizing.
Yeah.
I should
But
probably
it was
ask
so
for a
small.
chair.
Yeah, you should.
I should
You
ask for a chair.
should.
Now that you brought it up, we all need things.
Yeah, actually,
No.
you could do a lot of things better.
Yeah. We'll
Yeah.
make a list.
Yeah, make a list. It's fine.
Maybe a walking
take a
pad.
Submit it.
You've been asking for those for 2 years.
Yeah, the walking pad thing, I'm just slow rolling that.
I don't know
piece.
if I could ever actually. I don't know if I'm coordinated.
I know, I
enough.
don't
I'm
either.
scared that if I got
need a
one, I
trial.
wouldn't be able to actually use it.
I know. I see people on Instagram that use them. Like, I don't know if I'd be able to do both.
I also don't think.
I don't know if I'd
think
be able
have
to
up the
type
font
and walk at the same time.
or see what I was like. Maybe this is just a me issue.
That's
but
why Mark's slow rolling them.
we don't know what we need.
You guys said you were cold. I got you blankets
That
I mean,
okay,
there you
that's
go.
fair. That's
And
fair.
sweatshirts.
and hoodies.
And
yes.
hoodies, yes.
Yes, because the barns are drafty.
Slippers would actually be.
Slippers, legacy
And then you
slippers.
wouldn't hear everybody like the.
Yeah,
it's
the
just
floor.
loud in here.
Yeah.
It is funny when occasionally somebody comes to visit and they have like high heels on, like stiletto heels.
Yeah.
And we have
I do
this
feel
old
bad.
barn
I
floor.
do feel
Wait for
bad.
someone to get stuck and then
I
walk
know,
out.
and then
I-
fall.
Yeah, fair
Okay.
warning. Don't wear your stilettos.
Maybe we should
to
put
the
that
barn.
on that PDF that says, by the way.
I do feel bad. Like when we have like an event, I'm like, oh, I feel like I should tell the women, like,
Warn them.
block.
Yeah.
What not to
don't
What not
wear,
to wear.
don't wear a heel.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys spending time with me. I know you guys didn't want to, but I think it was good, and we'll have to do it more often. I know you guys were excited about that. We'll have to do like one-on-one. We'll do like one-on-one with Nicole.
Oh, I
one-on-one
told
with
you season
Keegan.
4 for that.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Season 4 for my
Season
one-on-one.
4?
I think we do better together.
I think so too.
Yes.
Yeah,
But we can find
there's
topics.
no one-on-one.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we going to talk about for 45 minutes?
know.
It's you and I.
You didn't think I'd be able to keep you guys talking for
Well, there's a
time
lot.
now. Yeah,
Yeah.
but still, you were
We're
We
still-
didn't
talk
even
each other.
talk about
We'll
barn
talk about it.
animals.
We did not talk about
Yes.
barn animals. No, there are technically
barn
no
animal.
there is no
Barn on
animal.
Column Road animal.
The barn at Collimer Road has no animals at it.
Currently.
At present,
That we've seen.
that's
That we've seen.
actually unconfirmed.
We have definitely had birds in here. We have had bees in here. We have
Bats.
had bats in here. We have had squirrels in here.
Moles.
Chipmunks. We did have a mole.
I'm so glad I worked
Mice.
remotely.
We did have mice.
Snake.
We had an
The
anaconda.
snake, yeah, I'm not sure it's
Anaconda.
anaconda. I'm not sure it was really I mean, I don't know. It seemed like a large earthworm, but
He wasn't here. He doesn't know.
yeah. Yeah.
okay.
Anyway,
They sent me a picture.
I had to
There
work
was
from the
nothing
top of the
wormy about
table.
we have
It's huge.
we have since done some work on the barn, which is preventing some of
Knock
those
on
things
wood.
from-
Yes, we haven't had as
Yes,
much
we haven't had
critters
as much
here.
now. We've invested significant dollars in the siding and some things to keep some things out, which is good. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the next time is like things that happen at the barn, you know, things that happen at the barn, legacy
That could
conversations,
keep
and
us
things
talking
that,
for a while.
yeah.
A lot of adventures.
Well, the best way to make this go longer is you should put Jeff in that chair and just ask him to tell stories, and then
He's probably
do a
seen the
one-on-one
most
if he's here.
animals outside.
yeah,
He
definitely.
saw the snake family outside.
He did.
There
Did
was
he
a
catch him?
family.
No.
There was the family.
He put
Oh,
mothballs.
There was
down
a snake
my.
family.
Put mothballs
I
down.
think so. He's like, I got this stuff. It smells. So I was like, mothballs.
It's such a Jeff.
Like
thing.
it smells like mothballs.
He's going on the attack for the moles in the front
Yes,
in the front
moles.
lawn.
Although the snow might kill him.
Yeah, it's getting a little cold. It's literally snowing. It's snowing. I
There are
can't
just
believe
so
it's
many
snowing.
other nice places they could live, you know.
I know.
Bunny. Bunnies.
Well, girls, thank you for spending time.
Thank you.
And I think this will be an
You're
amazing Legacy Conversation Season 2, Episode 1,
The premiere.
the premiere. And Jessie is going to work with the new audio editor and video editor to get it up and running. We're excited about launching it.
Fingers crossed.
And we have a couple cool ones coming up as well, which
Yeah,
will
you
be
get
fun.
to hear more from Mark.
Yeah.
Don't you
so-
worry.
So we're posting on YouTube and Spotify.
Yep.
That's the
It's
preferred.
okay if it's audio only.
Well, you could always shut off the
Tune in
video.
on Spotify.
Hey, Spotify has the video too.
The
the
sound of
video.
my own voice is still.
I noticed there's podcasts on Netflix now.
I think there's podcasts in a lot of places. That's kind
I'm
of
not
like
a podcast
I don't know
listener,
if we'll be
but
getting
Yeah.
on to Netflix.
yeah.
well, I don't watch it. But I
Yeah,
thought in
I'm
my
not
head
sure.
podcasts were just like the
Yeah.
voice.
Well, let's try
I
to
guess they're
maybe we'll get on
evolving.
Apple Podcasts this year, but
Yeah.
right now YouTube
I
kind of
think we
works.
can accomplish that.
Rumble is the other place that I've seen it. Have you seen Rumble?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Green,
Yeah.
green logo.
Yeah.
You'll find us everywhere.
Yeah.
All right. yeah.
Coming
Well,
to a
thanks
platform
guys.
near you.
I appreciate it. Till next time.